You're a very positive person, but I wonder if like behind the scenes, have people like treated you badly in the industry, you think, or like artists, like?
Nah, fuck yeah, bro. Like this shit is not sweet, man. This shit is not sweet, and the way you think it should be is not how it is. But that's fine. I learned pretty quick. I'm never gonna hold no grudges on nobody, but there's definitely been times that I remember.
Yeah.
And I'm a remembering type of person. Like I got the same respect for everyone, but I definitely remember a lot of things. Roles reverse real fast. We definitely sat across the table with a few people, and then had to boss up on a couple people for sure. But that's another conversation.
What's going on, guys? You're watching Kids Take Over right now. I'm with one of my guys right now, Fourfive. What's going on, bro?
What's the vibes?
Yeah, hell yeah, bro.
What's the vibes, bro?
I know we were just talking today, bro. It was a long time coming for this interview.
Nah, for sure, bro. It's a good like full circle moment. Honestly, it's funny. We were in Canada at what's that restaurant? I don't even
Cactus
know.
Club.
Yeah, we went to some restaurant, but it wasn't the time then, you know. Now we here, full circle moment. Good to finally sit down with you, bro.
Well, it's crazy because that was just a couple months ago, but I think we need to give the people context, like when we really met, you know?
Yeah.
Because I don't think people know, but like I was coming to America back in like the COVID days, right?
Yep.
Which is kind of like when you started rapping, I feel like. And I was staying at my brother's apartment, and you hit me up, and it wasn't even on like yo, I want to come show you my music. It was for the clothes first. You're like, yo, I want to gift you some clothes.
Yep.
So I remember coming down, I saw you and Heiko was like your DJ.
Yep.
And I was like, oh, sick. And then I went upstairs, I checked out the music, I'm like, oh, this is cool, you know?
Damn, I forgot about that actually.
Right?
You just reminded me. I literally completely forgot about that. That was a minute ago.
Yeah.
And you ended up, like, your brother ended up living on my street.
Yep.
That's a crazy story right there. That one was crazy, yeah.
Definitely. And I just know that from that moment on, I've seen you grind so hard, bro, to get to where you are. I just want to know, like, what was that period of your life like?
I had just, like, met Heiko around the time, and we were just starting to work together, and we really didn't even know how far this was gonna go, like, to this point. We haven't stopped working since that day. I remember we were thinking, like, yo, this could be a dope-ass connection, you know, like, maybe something will come out of it, but 2 years later, now we here.
Yeah.
You know, so something did come out of it. It was just like small seeds being planted. That's what this whole thing is about. Like, for me, it's been just small seeds and just grinding, nonstop. I don't stop working, bro. Like, I could say I probably work more than anybody that's rapping. Like at least in the underground, because there's a lot of bigger rappers that's been working as well. But I don't think anybody's really putting in the pain like me and Heiko.
Yeah, and I think that's funny as you say, like, you work a lot. I think you working comes a lot in like different ways. One is like recording, but then the other aspect of it is like you are really good at building relationships.
Yeah.
And even something as simple as you guys like gifting me clothes, it went a long way. And even like we were just saying, like, bro, you and Heiko like helped me shoot some of my past interviews, like the Homicide Gang one, the Tony Snow one. Like, you guys gave me a space. And you guys gave me a space for the Dom Corleo interview. And it's so funny because at that time, like, I don't even think Dom knew who Fourfive was, right? Like, you were just in the background. And you were kind of talking about how, like, you played your position. Because if you fast forward, like, bro, you guys went on tour together. You guys
got a record together. To be honest, at that time, he didn't even know who I was at all, actually. And I just, like I said, I was just playing my position. I'm not somebody to jump into a spot just because, like, I'm around certain people and I'm like, yo, this is my like, we gonna see each other again, like, for sure, and we gonna run into each other, we gonna meet each other again. And even like sitting at that interview, I kind of got to watch it from a different perspective, and like, it's cool to see how far shit could go, because even like from then to now, like, damn, this shit crazy. Crazy.
I just want to say congrats,
I appreciate you for that. No, I appreciate you for having me on here.
Definitely. There's a project you got coming. I think by the time people see this,
Mack 2. By the time you guys see this, Mack 2 gonna be out streaming all platforms. Make sure you're streaming that.
For sure.
Yeah, should be, right?
Yeah, you know, what you saying you came to Vancouver and you performed, it was so cool because I'm gonna be honest, our crowds are like not the best, you know?
Vancouver was lit.
Yeah, but that's what I'm trying to say though, is like our crowds are not the best.
Yeah.
That was my first time seeing you perform. You like shut the place down like I've never seen before. I think you're a better performer than like 90% of rappers out there. And my friends that came with me were saying this, like, yo, like, what the heck? Like, why is this guy should be on like a way bigger stage, like, you know? So I think you make the most out of what you have. So like, talk to me about why performing is just like so important to you.
It doesn't matter if there's 20 people in front of you. There's not a difference. It's the same exact thing. Like the stage could be small, it could be a big stage. Like it's all the same. And I kind of looked up to a lot of performing artists. You know, like I used to watch a lot of like Rolling Loud clips, seeing Travis performing, like seeing Cardi performing, seeing like all these bigger artists performing at like on big stages. So then I started deep diving and I'm like, let me see how the shows looked like when they were like at smaller levels. And a lot of these artists kept the same energy throughout. Like the real performers, they were always performing. I just love the performing aspect of this shit. Like a lot of artists don't take performing as serious as they should. And even when it's, especially when it's a small show, like a lot of artists, they like to just like, they might not show up if it's a small show, or if there's not like a lot of people, they might not want to perform as much. Obviously, that's a normal feeling. Like, of course, like if I go to a show and I see 20 people compared to 500, yeah, I'm not gonna want to perform, but I'm gonna still put the same energy in. Artists need to learn that when you could do a show and you're a performing artist, you're more like valuable.
Yes.
You're not you like they could throw away all these like other artists that don't do shows, but when you do shows, like you're the threat. Like
Agreed.
you're the threat to like all of this shit, because then you could sell tickets, you could sell merch, you could do all this stuff.
Yep, agreed. It's such an important part, bro. And
bro.
a big part of your brand now too is when I think of Fourfive, I think of, oh, that's the guy who has like kids punching each other in the crowd, you know? Like
that's the main thing. You got at a Fourfive show, you hear me saying, open it up, punch somebody in the fucking face, especially if you standing still. Like if you standing still, punch them in the fucking face. You hear that? You hear a lot of you know?
You know, I know you've done like a couple little small interviews, but I still kind of want to know, like, paint me like who Fourfive was back in like Uptown New York. That's where you grew up, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, like what part of Uptown?
I'm from Washington Heights originally.
Where is that? Washington Heights, that's kind of like northwest Harlem, kind of?
I'm from like 168th Street, like Washington Heights. It's funny because I grew up over there, and then my mom actually, she moved me to the suburbs for like my high school years. So I kind of got the best of both worlds. I grew up like in like it was really big on family. Like that's my whole thing. Like I'm surrounded like by that energy. I'm big on family. Just being around my grandma, my cousins. Like
you said, it's like a lot of unconditional love. So where I'm living in New York is like all Puerto Ricans, you know? And it's like, I know that you're not white. People think you're white,
yeah,
but you're Puerto Rican. Do you think that's what plays a big role into this whole like family-oriented situation?
Type shit, yeah. Like people that aren't blood related to me, we're just like
your team.
We put you like you're not now your family. You know, we turn everyone into family, like for real, and that's real important to me. Just making sure like everyone I have around me feels like they're family. I don't want people to ever feel like, you know, oh, he treats them better than he should. Like no matter what position you're in, like we're always like, if you're with me, we're family. Like
definitely.
And that's what Uptown for sure taught me. Like definitely Washington Heights taught me that, because shout out to my grandma, like she passed away during COVID, and when she passed away, like I feel like I lost everything for some reason, and it was crazy because she was a big part of my childhood, and then when I moved away to like when my mom like moved me to the suburbs, I kind of like lost connection with her. And then because of COVID, like, I don't know what it was, but just the universe put me in the worst position in my life. And then my grandma was there to like help me. Like she literally was like there to help me when I was at my worst. So just losing her during COVID made me realize, damn, like I gotta make my own family as well. Like, cause clearly, somebody who was really close to me, I just lost like that. Like I gotta treat my homies like family, because I don't want that to happen one day where I don't really like treat my, like, you know, I like lose connection with a friend that was really close. Who's calling me?
You're good.
They keep calling me.
You're good. You can just put on silent if you want.
Oh no, look, it's Bugz Ronin. Hold on, let me answer him and tell him.
Yo, what's poppin', twin?
Nah, shit. Look, I'm at a KTO interview.
Let's go, bro.
Look, we at the KTO interview. What's the vibes? We gotta be quick.
my man going up, man.
Yeah.
Bro, I got this fucking record, bro. I need you on. You just did this crazy ass song with Lancey.
Okay. Nah. Talk to me, bro. What's going on?
I need some on it. We about to go up, man. I'm trying, you know what I'm saying? Get that shit together.
So look, I'm gonna hit you after the interview, bro. I'm gonna just hit you after the interview. Let's make it happen. Safety, bro. Safety.
Song with Lancey, you gotta do it, bro.
Nah, it was funny because he was like, my manager was telling me something like it was in the works, and then that's the first time I actually heard about the song too. So
you're gonna do it,
that's
right?
A good
you
call.
And
yeah, that was a good call.
Yeah,
that was definitely a good call.
Got to.
But to me, it's like I love making music with other artists, but I also like to catch the vibe with other artists.
Of course.
But of course, like Bugz my homie. Like
it depends on the situation too, you know.
Yeah, of course. When you with the artist, the song gonna sound way better.
That's when the best music is made.
But when it's a situation like that where the producer knows I would sound good on it, fuck yeah, I'm gonna get on it.
Well, going back to what you said real quick, I want to commend that you're being so honest about it. Is like I haven't lost. I lost my grandpa. It was pretty bad too. But I know that when you lost your grandma, like you were kind of like sleeping on like people's couches and shit at that time. Like, tell me about that.
Nah, bro, that shit was crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Like I'll tell you, like my life did a whole 360 in 4 months, bro. So my grandma passed away in April.
Okay.
So my grandma passed away in April. So from May to June, I was like dead broke. I didn't have no money to my name. So I was like, bro, I gotta figure out how to get some money. So I just started started hustling because I was always like a hustler. So I turned $200 into fucking 1,000.
Yeah.
And then I got like a hotel room in the city for like my boy. He was like, yo, I got this hotel. Like I'll give it to you for a week. Like
your boy has a hotel?
It's a long story. My boy had a hotel room. He's like, I'll give it to you for a week for $100. I was
That's
like,
cheap.
I was like $100, and it was a good. It was like
this sounds like a trap house.
Nah, it was no. It was like a great like hotel room. Like it was it was like a nice hotel room.
Huh.
Long story short, I stayed there for a week. I had this homie I was supposed to meet up with. Shout out to my boy Brandon. Like I ended up actually meeting with him during that week. And this week changed my fucking life forever, bro. Like I linked him, and this is who I started Gun Club with, New York City Gun Club. And I was living out this hotel, and I told him, I was like, yo, bro, like I'm about to get another hotel room I'm about to get it for a month, fuck a week. Like I'm about to do it for and he's like, fuck the hotel. He's like, give me $200 and you can stay here for the whole summer.
Oh. Bro, what kind
like,
of sketchy situation is this?
Nah, like, but it was like a 3-story like apartment.
Wow.
So like
okay.
I got blessed. I went from a couch to a hotel to a 3-story apartment that I'm still sleeping on the couch, but it's like I got full access.
Yeah.
And so like there was like a group of kids there, like we was just grinding, bro, 24 fucking, and there's like 10 of them, and they were all just like skaters, bro. And I'm telling them, I'm like, bro, there's money to be made in this gun club shit. So I just kind of took my business knowledge and I created Gun Club with my boy Brandon, and we took it from this random like brand to just where it's at now.
Right.
And that shit changed my life, bro. That 4-month period, like everything flipped. So I got to really like feel that like crunch time. Like, bro, I ran it up that summer. I'm not gonna lie. Like, but I seen the most money I ever seen in my life that summer. Kind of just was like, this is what we got to do. We got to put everything together. We need to get a photographer. We need to get this person, this person.
Yep.
You gonna help me ship the packages out. Like, bro, I remember our first drop. Bro, we sold like 100+ tees our first drop.
Yeah.
And for us, like, that shit was crazy.
For your first drop? Yeah, that's incredible.
Because I gave away like 100 shirts before that. So to see it go from free to like, bro, we turned like $200-300 into like what, like 3,000.
Yeah.
Like 3,500, because we were selling shirts for $35 a pop. And you got to learn how to flip it, bro. Like you take the $400 investment, you get 100 shirts for $3 a pop. Like, you spend $400 right there, basically. You turn that into 3,000 with just like a little idea and some marketing. And that's what started everything for me.
Absolutely. And I know that you were giving out like so many clothes, and like,
even hitting you up, bro. Bro, you don't understand. I'll give something away today before I'll sell it to somebody, because I know what it's gonna be worth later on. Like me giving something to someone could lead to 100 people potentially seeing it, and it's not always an Instagram like tag or something like that. Because people think, you know what sucks though? A lot of people, because of like the social like the influencer shit, they think when you hit someone up, you're wanting them to promote your stuff.
Right.
And whenever I hit someone up, I don't really care if you ever promote it or not. Like if you genuinely fuck with it, you're gonna wear it. Like,
of course.
And if you don't, like, I just wasted money, but it's worth the try, I guess. Yeah. Like, a lot of people though, they're just like,
it's too much of like a business transaction, you know?
Yeah, like I don't know why. It's like it's because of the social influencers.
I think it kind of depends where you are in life too, because if you're like extremely broke and you give out a hoodie to someone, you kind of do want to ensure a little bit, like, you know, like I would hope this doesn't go to waste, you know?
I guess, I guess you just got to realize like everything's an investment at the end of the day. It don't matter. It don't matter if like, you know, we all invest in something. You just got to invest it and be willing to not make anything back.
For sure, definitely.
So it's a risk for sure, bro.
Yeah,
like,
and I remember you gave me that hoodie to wear, and it was like New York Fashion Week around that time.
We saw you wearing that hoodie.
Oh, you
definitely seen you wear it in the No, you wore you wore like a shirt in the interview.
Yes, yeah.
You wore like a hoodie, definitely in an interview before too. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you did. Yeah, no, I appreciate that, bro. That goes a long way because I think we actually like. Obviously, we're gonna post that and reshare it. Yeah. That's what we do it for, though. Yeah. Like, you know, we give stuff away for people that actually enjoy it. I'm not, you know, obviously if you don't like it, don't accept it. Yeah. I would appreciate you not to accept it, because then it's like a waste of my stuff. But I guess sometimes people just want to be nice too and just take whatever. Yeah,
no, that's true. It's kind of hard to just be like, oh yeah, this sucks, so don't give it to me. You know.
I get a lot of clothes now, bro, and like it's hard to say no to clothes. But then sometimes I'll get the clothes and I'm like, did they really think I was gonna wear this? Like, did they really think this was my fucking style? Like,
yeah. You know, it's funny is that hoodie, I was wearing it coming back from New York back to Vancouver, and like I went through TSA, and bro, they pulled me aside for like a minute, bro, because they're like, oh, you came from New York, you shoot guns? I'm like, nah, bro, it's literally the clothes. It's like my friend gave me some clothes, you know? And, you know, I'm like Pakistani as well, so
they're looking at you crazy. Don't
inspection, bro. So
look, don't. To be honest, just tell them it's a clothing brand. Like that's what I say. Like whenever anyone asks me, it's just like it's just clothes. Like we don't, like, guns are illegal in New York. Like, what you mean? We got clothes.
Right. You know, when you were coming out and you were putting music, I think it was refreshing because, especially in New York, like that wasn't really a sound that I was hearing, you know? It was like,
you know, you reacted to one of my songs on YouTube.
It was a long time ago, yeah.
Like, we were at the crib, like, hype about it. We were like, I think I was like, what song was it? Fuck, I don't even remember.
I don't remember the song, but I remember the music video, I think. Or I just remember there was like some green shit going on.
It was Pull the Plug.
Okay.
It was definitely Pull the Plug then, for sure. I remember we were at the crib, at Heiko's crib. We were like, oh shit, he's listening to this shit. And like, now you were fucking with it too. Like, you were like, shit's fire. Like, real shit though, I appreciate you for like even like doubling back and coming and fucking with us like a couple years later. Cause bro, this shit, I see a lot of artists doing this. So for me to be like out of like the underground, a bunch of artists in this spot, like, and you brought me, I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
And I know a lot of artists don't really look at it like that, but you could have anyone you want here probably.
That's a good way to put it, bro. And like, I appreciate you for even saying that, because so that time I listened to it, I was like, this is cool. But later on, when I realized you're from New York, I was like, oh, but like, no one's making music like this in New York. It's all drill, which, no hate to drill, like I love drill, but it's like you were kind of one of the only few, I think Lunchbox as well, like making this sort of lane of sound. So like, how did you craft your sound at that time when everything was just drill?
To be honest, I just never really listened to the New York music ever, and drill especially wasn't really my favorite type of music. Like I don't know what it was. I just didn't like that like aggression,
like the violence of it, like ops and like.
Not even like the violence, because obviously violent music sometimes is fun. Like, you know, when you're listening to some shit and you're like, oh yeah, like I feel like, you know, you feel like you get into like that character a little bit. But violent music is cool, but it was just, to me, it was just a moment. You know, it's just like, it sounded like a moment. And Pop Smoke, obviously, like R.I.P. to Pop Smoke, legend, like he was the real forefront of that. And there were so many artists that probably didn't really know what they were doing, and because of him like passing away, like the spotlight got taken away. And now it's like, obviously drill evolved into Jersey Club, where
Sexy
you know,
drill.
Sexy Drill, Cash Cobain, like you got all these other artists that are doing different forms of drill. Obviously I tried it before, I made a few records, I got a couple Jersey records.
Really? Okay.
But I don't, like, it never really excited me. Until I found, like, you know, I had to find my own way of, so like obviously my biggest influence is Young Thug. Like that's my biggest influence, and if it isn't obvious, like I hope now it is,
Made it clear, yeah.
because that's one of my like biggest influences. He pioneered such a different wave.
And they hated Young Thug, bro.
Bro, they hated him so crazy at first, and to be honest, I was there when the hate was going on.
Yeah.
So I watched people go from like the hate, and now it's like they look at him as like Atlanta,
He's a god.
king of
God,
Atlanta.
bro,
You
yeah.
know, he's one of the top 5 rappers out of Atlanta for sure.
Top 1 in my opinion.
But I'm saying top 5 because I'm not gonna lie, there's a lot of people over there. So like Future inspired me a lot as well. Obviously, Cardi is a big influence when it comes to performance. Like his performance is like, that's like, I see his performance, and that's one of the levels I'm trying to be at when it comes to energy-wise.
Yeah.
The energy at the shows is crazy. And so he was a big influence when it came to seeing the show aspect, especially early 2021, 2022, or like around that era when Yeat was going crazy, bro. That was a big influence at that time, for sure. That's like, a lot of Yeat's producers, when I started like really breaking through, like, and not even breaking through early, like even Synthetic, for example.
Synthetic fuck with you early, yeah.
Synthetic was fucking with me when I had 1,000 monthly listeners. He actually produced a song off of the first Mack, and he was the reason why I went to LA. He brought me to LA, and all of these producers around around Yeat's camp like started fucking with me. So a lot of people like to compare us and like say, oh, yo, you like, he sounds like that. It's because of the producers around us. We work around, we work with a lot of similar producers. And then I got my close homie Sham, who started this shit with me. Like he really started this shit with me. And then I just put them all in one room. Like, and then now we got the sound, and it sounds like you could hear a lot of artists right now that probably sound like
yeah.
You know, you could definitely hear a lot of out there.
I feel like people kind of get it wrong where they say like ugh, but when I hear you say it's more like you know?
It's People say ugh.
Yeah,
it's not if you're saying ugh, you don't know me. It's
right.
Like it's the U is just the G is silent.
Right. I
Like,
think it's more so like a to me when I hear you say it, it's like when you're with your homies and like something sick happens and you're just like
you got it right, but it also could just be anything, to be honest. It could be a good thing, a bad thing. It could just be like it's a mood. It's like basically a real life emoji. Like it's a real life emoji, no cap. So whenever you feeling something, like you at a show, it's like, you know, your favorite team just scored, it's you know. Your girl just broke up with you, it's definitely not but it's like, it's not but it's like, but you know, you get the vibes. It could mean good, bad, whatever you feel in the moment, that's
Yeah, and I gotta commend you, bro, because like any post anyone will make about you, there's 100 of those in 10 minutes, you know?
Come on.
It's like what you calling this fan base,
we call them the militia right now. Right now they're the militia. Shout out to the militia. If it wasn't for them, like I don't know, like if it wasn't for the militia, we wouldn't have this like real energy. It's like it's like a whole new community that just popped up after one word.
I think that goes back to like your marketing, and a lot of it is like organic, or it just kind of happens by itself.
Yeah.
But I will say that, like, not to offend anyone, but there's a lot of artists, like upcoming artists, that I get like brought to me, and maybe they make good music, but they were just like horrible on the creative and marketing side. And I'm just like, I think you're like on the opposite end of that, where everything you do is like really methodical, like strategical, you know?
Yeah.
Share one tip that you think, just for like people watching, like honest advice on like, just like creative, like marketing advice. Like forget the music for a second.
Okay. Yeah, well what I would say is just be like the main thing is just being confident in the work you put out. It doesn't matter if somebody's doubting it, or like if one person doesn't fuck with it, like that. that one person isn't the thousands of people that'll probably fuck with it. Everything's quick, you know. A lot of people don't care about the extra bullshit. When you're marketing, make sure like it's straight to the point, like straightforward. Like a lot of artists, they lose focus on the marketing because they see like the viral stuff going on. But when you market yourself, it's gonna have a lot of longevity, like because then you could be brandable in any situation. And that's the one thing. Just be confident and just realize this is like brand. Like you're a brand at this point. Like especially when you're doing clothes, like it'll speak if you're not confident. Marketing 101, just you know how to sell the smallest thing, you could do something bigger than it. Like, you know, I did door-to-door sales.
No way, what? When was this?
I did door-to-door sales.
I knew you had some business background.
It's a secret, bro. I did door-to-door sales, and I used to live in Baltimore. I learned that if you could get in somebody's like house,
yeah,
they'll buy anything. They'll buy anything. So it like taught me.
What were you selling though?
Energy. I was selling energy. Like it's like it was a green energy at the time. Like yeah, it was a green energy.
Like energy drink?
Nah, it was clean air.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like
okay,
clean, or not.
I thought
like
you were just like
power,
giving good vibes or something.
Yeah, nah, it was clean. It was like I was trying to take you from your energy supplier to our energy. And I just that was a hard ass task. Imagine you having an energy supplier, and I got like the whole goal was to get a bill.
Yeah.
I had to see your bill. And if I got you to hand me your bill, bro, it's over. Like
it's a wrap.
It's over because you're so comfortable like with giving me your bill. It has all your information on it. I could do anything with it. So that was the way that I learned how to sell shit. I shout out to my manager at the time because he taught me the skills I have literally to this day. And it's just you got to be confident in yourself. If you're at the door and you're not confident in yourself, the way you talk, how the fuck is someone supposed to take you serious? Like, if you can't put it in words for me, or even just the way your energy is, like if I don't feel your energy at that door, I'm gonna slam it in your face, or I'm just gonna be like, I'm not gonna trust you. So you gotta be confident.
That's a jam, bro, and I definitely did not know that about your life. And I can kind of like picture you in like a suit and just like.
Nah, it wasn't a suit. It wasn't a suit. So it was like it was actually crazy because I had like khakis on, like just I would put the fit together. I had khakis on. I had like dress shoes, like it was like leather shoes, like loafers, like with a button up, tucked in with a belt. You know, I had like a little Ferragamo belt.
Nah,
I had a little Ferragamo belt.
So corny back in the day when people did that, bro.
I had the Ferragamo belt because I was big on Chief Keef.
Oh,
you know, and obviously like the Ferragamo belt. I had the Ferragamo.
Had to, yeah.
And then I had like a shoulder bag, like one of the regular shoulder bags to
pull out your files.
I had like a binder.
Nice.
But instead of like a regular like jacket, we needed to wear safety vests, cause mind you, it's not a regular job. You want to know why? Because I'm working in the worst neighborhoods of Baltimore.
Oh.
And I don't know if you realized like the history of Baltimore, but it was one time like I don't know if it is now, but they had the most murders like ever.
Wow. Yeah.
Like at one point. So we had to have safety vests on, so we like you could stand out.
Oh,
and so
wow,
so you don't look like you're just trying to rob someone. Because a lot like the neighborhoods were like real dangerous. I like during like a couple of my like one of my shifts, there was a shootout on the like in the neighborhood, and we literally had to run into the car and just no one worked the rest of the day because of it.
Bro, you don't need a safety, you need a bulletproof vest, bro. That's what you need.
Nah, it was dangerous as hell. The first week I'm in Baltimore, I witnessed the shooting.
Nah, but that probably shaped you, a lot in like really tough environment. I mean, I checked out your project yesterday. You know, I got to early listen to it.
Okay.
And I love that it's short and sweet, 10 songs.
Yep.
My favorite track was either, I'd say 4PF, or mainly I would say the last track.
Running some Burberry boots, sliding a pterodactyl inside a reptile, sliding some red sandals, blue diamonds melting a red candle. I'm on the TV a different angle.
That song is one of my favorites.
Outro is the best. There's like the eerie voice in the background.
That's with Bugz Ronin. We actually made that when we were in LA we went to LA for the Grammys.
Yeah. And even 4PF, I think you have previewed that, but when I listened to it, I was like, you must have been like listening to Lil Baby before that, right?
It feel like we in Atlanta, come up pocket for PF. It look like Magic City threw a huncho on her chest.
Nah, you want to know something? I made this, so most of this project was made during the same LA trip, most of it. I was in a fire studio, and we were the vibes there were just big. It was big. That was just the energy big. I was like, it feel like we in Atlanta because my pocket folk be no cap. That's how I felt in that studio. That's that Atlanta trap shit. You see, I'm inspired by Atlanta. I think New York got some of them. We just gotta really just keep going. We gotta keep going because there's so many of us. I'm just right now being one of them that has a little recognition.
For sure.
And there's so many that don't really have that recognition that should. Eventually, it's coming though. I promise it's coming because a lot of people, you know what it is? They see you doing something and they're like, damn, when is it my turn? Instead of it being let him kick the door down and everything's gonna fucking flood. The floodgate's gonna open once one door gets kicked. Because guess what? Once one gets kicked, the whole foundation's there. We in the spot now. And that's where we're at right now. The door's getting kicked and the rest of New York is ready to flood in.
Yeah, it's the artists, but it's also I'm seeing media people as well.
Yep.
Fashion people has always kind of been a thing over here, to be honest. But I see a lot of people moving to New York, bro. You know?
Bro, it's crazy. But that's the thing. A lot of people move to New York. They got to remember the originators out here. You know, we fuck with y'all though. Yeah. We fuck with y'all though. We definitely fuck with y'all. But sometimes you know what happens though a lot. But it's because a lot of New Yorkers don't really grind the way they say they do. There's a lot of people that come from outsiders, come to New York, and then they blow up in New York because they're hungry. Yeah. They're hungry as fuck, so they're gonna come out here and they're gonna take what's ours. They're gonna take our city over instead of the people in our city grinding together and just building this shit up. That's what I'm here for.
Right.
I'm here to show them we could build this shit up together.
Going back to the project for a sec, I want to know what do you think was different from this one compared to your last project? Do you think you grew? What was different?
To be honest, the difference is just the energy that I was in when I made I was just finding myself with the I was just finding myself with that era. So now I'm trying to just get straight to it, and I want them to just feel that same energy. It's a lot of mosh pit straight. You heard it. It's It's some aggression in there too, though.
Yeah.
A lot of I definitely have a little anger in the music for some reason. It's just because of, I guess, things I've been going through, but the music got a little anger in it.
I feel like you're a pretty positive guy.
Yeah, I'm pretty positive. But that's the thing, when you're positive, you hold in a little bit.
You know, I want to ask you something. So I think, speaking on that, I know how it is behind the scenes. A lot of shit goes on that fans don't see. You're a very positive person, but I wonder if, behind the scenes, have people, treated you badly in the industry, you think, or, artists,
Nah, fuck yeah, bro. This shit is not sweet, man. This shit is not sweet, and the way you think it should be is not how it is. But that's fine. I learned pretty quick. I'm never gonna hold no grudges on nobody. But there's definitely been times that I remember. Yeah. And I'm a remembering type of person. I got the same respect for everyone, but I definitely remember a lot of things, and I keep note of those moments because roles reverse real fast. Yeah.
I always think bro, you have to remember, bro, you could sit across someone that's you think is not important, but bro, they could lap you in a year, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm sure you've felt that. You know?
Yeah, for sure, bro. I feel that actually a lot of times too, because I'm a fan of music, but I'm not a fan of people, if that makes sense. I listen to their music, but a lot of times I separate, because I know how it is. People aren't the same. I'll be listening to music, and sometimes I'll be I'll meet the person, and I was I knew I wasn't gonna fuck with this person. Yeah. But then there's times I meet people, I'm damn, I fuck with this person, bro. And so you kind of have to treat everyone with the same respect. I don't throw anything out the window. Yeah. And that's when, because you could just call it being a hater when you do that. When you throw things out the window without giving it a chance, you're just a hater, and that's just the sad truth. Whether you want to believe it or not, you're just a hater. Right. And that's that. You gotta throw that shit out the window.
For sure.
So yeah, but a lot of people we definitely sat across the table with a few people, and then had to boss up on a couple people for sure. But that's another conversation.
Another day. Yeah. Nah, I feel that, man. Well, one of the last few things I want to tell you is that Well, it's kind of funny, bro. I was watching one of your interviews recently. It was like a short form interview or something where you said like, you fuck with French Montana. It's kind of funny because it's like, I was doing an interview with French it hasn't came out yet. It probably will by the time you guys are seeing this. But I was doing an interview with French Montana, and like part of it was, you know, French spent a lot of time in New York. So I was gonna tell him like, bro, like, what do you think of this new New York scene? You should check out Fourfive. I was gonna like I think like that would have been a perfect thing. His publicist was like kind of rushing me and shit, and she's like, oh yeah, we got like 2 more minutes. So I was like, fuck, all right.
You had to squeeze in. That would have been dope as fuck. But yeah, I fuck with French, bro.
Yeah.
I fuck with French. Cause also, it's funny, cause French, mac and cheese, Mack too,
yeah.
Mack, come on, return of the Mack. Like me and French with like come on, it just makes the most sense. Like we're both like we're from New York. Like I'm pretty sure he was. I don't want to be like mistaken, but either the Bronx or Queens.
The Bronx.
Yeah. So I'm from uptown as well, like right near the Bronx.
Yeah.
Like we gotta that.
Yeah.
If French watches this, I know he probably gonna see this because he fuck with Arshan. If you watching this, come fuck with the
Yeah.
Come on, we gotta make the mac and cheese 3. Fuck it, Mack 3. We do Mack 3. Return to the Mack featuring French. That would go crazy.
For sure.
Cause I fuck with Max B, French. Like I was a big fan of Chinks Drugs, RP Chinks Drugs. Like that was a different era though of music. It's weird cause I have a bunch of different influences and it just balled into one. People like to say, oh, he sounds like this, he's this, oh, this. But bro, I promise you, I don't really listen to music right now. Like I'm not really listening to any new music coming out. So there's no way I'm influenced by anything besides just what we like live
So
in
if you're
right
making
now.
and what you're doing, like you said, you're having a lot of moments, you're meeting different people. By the time people are watching this, you would have done Rolling Loud. It's about to happen.
Oh yeah,
you know?
Rolling Loud. What's today's date? Let me see. Today's the 5th?
Today's 5th. Rolling Loud's
the 5th.
like,
I'm performing in 10 days at Rolling Loud.
Yeah.
Yep. 10 days. Shit is about to be crazy.
Yeah,
First
man.
Rolling Loud. That's not even just Rolling Loud. My first real festival, like big festival, and it's so exciting, bro. Cause I snuck into Rolling Loud last year. Nah.
Don't tell Tarek that.
Nah, I told Tarek that.
Yeah.
I told Tarek that. I was with him and I was like, you know, I snuck into Rolling Loud last year, and he's like, damn. I snuck in and I told Heiko. I looked at Heiko. I'm like, this the last time.
Yeah.
We're not gonna perform at Rolling Loud. Like, and we went. Now, guess what? We at Rolling Loud. They hear Rolling
Absolutely, yeah.
And you see the Rolling comments.
I've seen it, yeah. Yeah, I'm so sad I won't get to be there, but you know, it's the last question I gotta ask you. People are gonna get mad at me if I don't. Bro, a lot of people are like, yo, ask him if he thinks he looks like Vin Diesel. Like, I had to ask that, bro. I've shown my friends your music, they're like, yo, he looks like Vin Diesel. So I had to ask you, do you see it, or?
Bro, I don't see it, but you know what it is? It's I don't see it, but you know, fuck it. That could be my twin in the biopic. You know, we could get Vin Diesel biopic. He'll be in the studio and
or
shit.
You could do his biopic.
Or that, fuck it.
Like
but I
Vin
might
Diesel.
need him to do mine, bro. Like, cause that would be even crazier if the dude from Fast and Furious did. If he played me, that'd be nutty.
Yeah, that's true.
Shout out to Vin Diesel though. You know what's funny? I get that and I get Adam Sandler. I don't know why people love to do both of those.
Nah, I can't see Adam Sandler,
I don't see it at all. You know what it is? People it's just like the skin tone.
Gotcha. Well, I had to get that out of the way, bro, for people.
Nah, that's a good question though. But what picture though? Like, is there like a specific?
It's just bro.
picture?
I gotta admit it, bro. It's true, bro. Every picture.
And it's funny.
The shape of your head.
Do people think I'm bald? Like, cause I don't know if I don't know. Like, they must not know what's under my head. Like under this, because if people think I'm bald, then I guess so. But that's like, I guess that's for them to just, you know, just think about it. Make your own assumptions. Now, a lot of people don't know what's under the cap.
Okay,
they don't know what's under the cap, so maybe that's why they think I'm like Vin Diesel. They over here like, oh, bro's bald under there.
Well, that was the right question to end this off on, you know.
Bro, I appreciate you.
I appreciate you, bro. This is amazing, long time coming, and I feel like a lot of people will get inspired by this. So.
Yeah, I hope it inspires people, and I hope it just it makes people just believe, like, you know, that you could do it too. You could be in this position in 2 years from now, because it did take 2 years from us originally meeting for me to really sit down with you, and I wasn't really even in the position to where I am now. So I'm glad, you got to see I'm glad you got to actually see this, because a lot of people just see it when it happens, and then they have me sit down and do an interview, and they don't really get to see from A to Z. But we're not even at the Z yet. We're still in like the middle part.
You're like an
So
F or something.
just wait till we get to like fucking JK or whatever. Like
yeah. Of course, love it, bro.
I appreciate you, bro.
Fourfive,
Thank
you guys
bro.
are watching. Kids Take Over. Yo, thank you guys for watching that Fourfive interview. I thought it was such a great story to tell, so inspiring. And you guys, if you didn't click the like button already, go ahead and do that. If you enjoyed everything, subscribe to the channel, follow us on IG at Kids Take Over. And yeah, we got some pretty cool interviews dropping for you guys coming soon. So I'll catch you in the next video.